3 must-have PDFs for every buyer client. Well, you're going to have a lot more than this if you take this into consideration and start creating these. But the idea behind this is that when you finish talking to buyers, whether they're in open houses, online leads, referrals, doesn't matter. You've got to have something of value to give them. And you've got to build this out over time based on where you're located and the value that you give. Welcome, everybody. I'm Tristan. Welcome to Your Daily Real Estate, where we dive into real estate, how you're supposed to be doing it, the things you should be focusing on, and what's next. Anyway, I just started this brand new newsletter. Go into the description, click on the link, join it only for real estate prospecting. I think I called it real estate prospecting. Yeah, I did, just like the book. Anyway, join that one once a week. I will send you what I think you should be focusing on when it comes to prospecting in the real estate world and just in business in general so that you can grow. But let's start with the 3 that I think you should definitely implement now. And the number one question I'm going to get is, Tristan, where should I build these out? I don't care where you build them out. You could literally go to ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Gamma, or presentations.ai. You can go to any of these and build them out with a small prompt. And I've got a Google Doc that I'm reading off of. So if you need it, message me on Instagram or comment below in the comments and I'll send it over to you. Number 1, home buying roadmap. This is important because when I finish talking to online leads or leads in general over the phone, I finish off and I say, hey, Joe, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Now I understand what you're looking for a little bit better. One of the things I'll do for you is I'll text you a roadmap because I know you're about 6 months out, 12 months out, whatever it is. And I want you to have a better understanding of what it looks like to purchase in Southern California. So it's a little roadmap, just takes you step by step, timeline, the things that you need to do that are important to look at before we actually get serious, okay? Take a look at that. And then when we meet in person, we'll probably go over something along those lines as well. And if you have any questions along those lines, just message me. I'll text it over when we're done, and I'll also email it over to you. That's how I typically do it. In it, you're going to have a step-by-step timeline of what it looks like to purchase in your area, meaning what do we do before we get ready? What about when we're looking at homes? What about during and after? Key deadlines, appraisals, loans, inspections, all of those things that these buyers have no clue about. And then one page where it has a glossary of common terms. Right? What's an HOA? What does it stand for? Homeowners Association, right? What are all these other things that could possibly come up? Property tax, how does that work? Utilities, which ones do I need? Let me take a sip of coffee here. Anyway, you know why buyers need this. They have a lot of questions. This helps you answer it. And while you're at it, why not shoot a quick video on it? And why not outline it into an actual blog? Put it up into your website. Anyway, that's number 1. And remember, go to Gamma, go to presentations, go to ChatGPT, just outline it. Actually, if you're listening to this and you want the Google Doc, I'd recommend that you grab that. There's a little section that I'm reading off of, just so I know what I'm talking to you about. There's a little section. You could just grab that and have whatever AI say, hey, build out a home buyer roadmap from this. Boom, done. And if you've got Breakthrough Broker, and if you're a coaching client, you've got it for free. Don't forget, because I know some of you forget to log on. If you have Breakthrough Broker, they have a little buyer roadmap, and it looks amazing. Just use that. It's 1 pager. It's a beautiful thing. Number 2, neighborhood and or market snapshots. These are so good. They're so valuable. Let me read to you. I wasn't going to do this, but I just remembered last night I got a late email. So we send out all the videos that we do for the local areas like Ventura County, Los Angeles County. I got an email back from that yesterday from this guy named Eugene. It's a seller though, okay? Seller says, hey, just read your email regarding your home prices in LA and Ventura County. I would appreciate a market snapshot for the zip code 91361. Thank you. And I was like, Eugene, you got it. In fact, I already have one, right? So I haven't responded to that. I have to make this first. But market snapshots are really important based on where they're looking. Now, if you've got Altos research or you have access to the MLS, and if you don't, you could just literally go to Redfin and grab it there. But market snapshots of the area that the buyers are looking in. You could also just create on ChatGPT. Anyway, just make a market snapshot, make some market report for yours. Just pay attention to what the buyer is asking. Say, Tristan, I'm looking in the Thousand Oaks area. Great, I've got one for you, right? Remember that CMA report that I created a couple of days ago or a few days ago, podcast? I said, hey, use this prompt. Well, you could literally use a prompt that's similar to that for a market snapshot. Say, you're buying in this area? Joanne? Great, I've got this great report for Westlake Village. I've got this great report for Los Angeles. You're moving to this area? That's amazing. I've got this great report for the area for people that are moving in, right? That's the report that you need. Market insights, what it is, what it's like to live here, and more importantly, what's the price point? What should we expect? Entry level, right? What's a higher level, and what's luxury look like? These are important things, and they're questions. And again, once you're done, make a video. Type it up and upload it as a blog to your website. A lot of content, right? Original content. Tell people how it is to live here. What's the weather like, right? What do you typically do on a summer day? What does it look like in the community? That's the type of value that becomes more important when AI grows, because AI is very generic. You, on the other hand, have personal experiences living where you live, working where you work. Number 3, upfront costs and financing worksheet. What it covers, I'm just going to read this. What it covers: down payment options side by side. If you're putting 3.5% down, if you're putting 5% down, if you're putting 20% down, what does this look like? Maybe even add one for 10%. And include the monthly payments, include property taxes, right? Because especially if they're moving out of the area or they've never purchased, they're like, well, what's property taxes and what's the percentage, right? And it changes depending on where you're at. So estimated closing costs, inspection fees, HOA dues, insurance, anything like that. Just put it all together so they know, and itemize it and say, these are the main things you're going to encounter when purchasing the home. These are the recurring costs of owning a home, utilities, right? Don't forget that, and anything else you want to add to that. But upfront costs, financing worksheet, and also I would add the financial responsibility of owning a home. Like, what else does that mean? Start thinking of what else you can add to your arsenal of PDFs. And if you're in the live sessions that we do for coaching, sometimes you'll find me say, when I'm talking to like expireds or canceled or whoever, I always have something to give them. I'm like, oh, you know what? I've got something for you along those lines. Let me send it over to you, because we build out so much content and it's value driven. It makes people feel like you're paying attention and you have the solution for them. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have an awesome day. And don't forget to join the new newsletter that I have. It's called Real Estate Prospecting, just like my book. It's in the link in the description. Have an awesome day.